Hey, welcome back to the channel, working on the Volvo 480 this time. After the last video where we were doing work on the electric window motor, hoping that that has stopped the leak in the front, so we'll go and take a look at that first, and then I think we want to get on with some of the brake work and the other bits and pieces, so I'll take you along and show you where I'm up to. Go take a look inside. You can see the windows all the way up. That's held in place, which is good. Now, have we had rain come in? I can see some raindrops on my DIY cover. I can't see any rain along the sill, and actually, yeah, this is all bone dry. Maybe that has got it sorted. I am actually tempted to get the hose and run some water over it and see what's happening. That might be a good idea to do, just to be sure that that is sorted, because then if that's all good, then we can get the door card back on, and also that would mean I might be able to start putting the interior back together as well. Now, a job that I do want to do is I need to take the dashboard apart, because I want to get to the info center, which is the digital display that lights up there, because I know that that was faulty last time I had it all powered on. It's been a while since it's all been connected and powered on, but that's another job that's going to be coming up very shortly indeed. Take the dash out and we'll get into that. But yeah, let's hopefully that stopped the rain. Now, what I've had to do is I've actually had to look back on some of my old videos to try and remember how all of this goes together, which goes to prove a point. If you're doing this, take lots of photos and things like that of how you took it apart, because you do need to know. So it's back to, I'm cutting the brake lines that I put in a while back to get them down to the right size, so that I can then put the flexi bracket on and we can actually get the brake line sealed off. I did a previous video on brake flaring when I did them initially, so you can always look back if you want to see the process. I've had to try and remember it myself, to be honest. Just to make sure. Don't forget to put that on first. You don't want to flare it and then do that. Oh, actually, it's not very straight. I'm going to get the pliers, try and straighten it out a little bit. Now see if I can remember how to use the brake flaring tool. I think it's fairly straightforward. I think we just grip it into place, tighten those two up, tighten that onto it. That should flare it. At least I think so. Sure, it's supposed to be harder to turn than that. Oh, there we go. Okay, hopefully. I'm not convinced that's worked actually. Well, I think that's worked. That looks like a flared brake pipe. Let's see what it's like. That feels a rattly fit. I don't think that's worked properly. I certainly don't think that's sealing. So I think I've made a mistake with the flaring. Maybe we need to go again. I found the problem. What I did was I did a practice run on a spare bit of pipe like I should have done at the start. Got the flaring right. I hadn't got the flaring quite right. And now I've tried it with a trial fit. No rattle or loose points, and actually that'll need nipped up anyway, that's just finger tight, but that is giving a nice seal, so I'm quite happy with that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the airline and I'm going to blast air through it just to clean out any rubbish on it, and just because it's sat for such a long time, because then what I think I can do is connect the caliper up to it and keep it all nice and sealed. Obviously it's not got any fluid in it actually, yeah, so I'm trying to think it through whether I should connect the caliper, but no, I don't have oil in the line yet. Really, we want to fill the line with oil, then attach the caliper so that we're not keeping it all dry. That might be the thing to do. Maybe use the pressure brake bleed kit to pump fluid through it, get it up and fed all the way along, and then try it. So let's blast it out with air first though, get it cleaned out. Now I've got the bracket in place. You can see I've nipped up the conifer line onto it, and now what I want to do is I want to pump brake fluid through it, get the line fed through. I've already blown air through it, and what I've come up with is this rather elaborate pipe setup going to my self brake bleeder kit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some brake fluid in, put a little bit in the bottom, then pump it through, and hopefully we'll get it coming out the other end. Remember, at the other end it's not connected to the ABS pump. What I did is I actually nipped off the old pipes, so they're just sealed, and the new pipes are just sat there waiting to go. We'll put a catch can on the front and pump some brake fluid through and see what happens. It's going through, loads of bubbles, but I'm not too worried. Bit of a leak, but again I'm not surprised at all. Well, that's made a huge mess to clean up, but going round to the front, and you can see the fluid has come through, which is good news. Bad news is I've got them mixed up left and right, so I'll just need to swap them when I do attach them back onto the ABS pump here. But we've got fluid running through, which is the main thing. What I want to do now is kind of seal that up, nip it tight, and get the caliper on, so at least it's holding the fluid in place. Look at this beautiful new shiny caliper, ready to get connected on. I love using the right tool for the right job. There we go. So what we can do now is going to get messy again. I've made a right mess down here anyway, that I'm going to need to clean up with brake cleaner or something like that off the driveway. Now, the fact that there's liquid not pouring out of there is a bit concerning, but never mind. Let's just get this attached like so. Obviously that's going to be our handbrake, but I don't want to go connecting that up quite yet. Let's just rest that on there. That's the release for letting the fluid through. So I think now what I'll do is I'll feed the brake fluid through the other way with the air release open. We should then get fluid coming back through, and we can get the system, at least for the right hand side, the driver's side, full of brake fluid. What I've done off camera is you can see I've got the brake lines attached to my nice shiny new calipers. I released the bleed nipple and attached that to my brake bleed kit. And if we go up to the front, well, there we go, you can see the calipers on. That's all good. I've bled the brakes through. I've used my pressure bleed kit. So what I've done is fed brake fluid through. What I did was took these off because I don't want to feed it through the ABS pump. You can see I labelled up left and right. Fed brake fluid through, got it all the way through the line back so that it was feeding out the brake pipe. I'm really pleased with that. So I think that has at least got the next step done and got the two brake calipers into place. And I think what that means is my next bit is to actually attach the caliper, put the handbrake cable on, get the backing plate on, and start to get the rear hub back together, and we might even get some rear wheels on, fingers crossed. So that's getting a little bit closer now. Hope you've enjoyed the video. More videos on the Volvo coming up. I might join another one straight onto the end of this. We'll see how it goes, but otherwise please subscribe for more videos, and we'll continue on the Volvo very soon.